Let's be real, prophecy can be hard to understand. How do we know that Jesus is the promised Messiah anyway? Hey, it's Christmas time. We at the Castleberry House just got our decorations up last week. I have no idea what happens to Christmas lights while they're in storage, but I had to rewire like a third of that tree. But it's working now, so everyone is happy. Hey, before we get into it, I just want to share something from my heart. I want to say it is truly an honor to bring you content every Tuesday and Thursday. Last week, I set a goal to have 200 subscribers by the end of the year. And wow, you guys came through. At the time I'm recording this, there are 197 subscribers to this channel. We are so close. So if you're enjoying the content here, I would invite you to subscribe. It truly means a lot to me. Let's get into some prophecy. Now, there's a lot of prophecy in Scripture. Now, there's a lot of prophecy that has been prophesied and has already come true by the time that you and I were born. Now, one of my favorite examples of prophecies that have already come to pass is when God told Israel through the prophet Isaiah that there would be a king named Cyrus, and he would conquer Babylon and let the Israelite exiles go free. Now, this prophecy was given before Cyrus was born and before the people were even exiled. You can check it out in Isaiah 45. Now, another fascinating set of fulfilled prophecies are about who the Messiah would be. The people of God were eagerly anticipating the arrival of the promised Messiah. Now, a lot of people wanted to take advantage of this, and they falsely claimed to be that Messiah. So God gave people over 300 prophecies about who the Messiah would be, so that they could use this list as kind of a checklist to weed out fake messiahs and have confidence when the actual Messiah arrived. Now, before we get into specific prophecy, I want to know something about you. What is the first Messianic prophecy that you think of? So when I talk about Messianic prophecies, what came to your mind? Let me know in the comments below. Repeating answers is totally fine because I kind of want to see where everybody's at. So even if the thing that you thought of first is already in the comments, go ahead and type it anyway. I'm curious to see what you say. Now, as you let me know, I'll go ahead and tell you mine. It's Micah 5:2, and it says that the Messiah will be born in Bethlehem. Now, if Bethlehem was what you thought of, first, second, or third, go ahead and give me a like on this video. Now, this prophecy alone eliminates a huge percentage of the world's population. Bethlehem in Jesus' time was a small village. It was estimated to be between 300 and 1,000 people. Bethlehem is still a small city now. In the most recent census, Bethlehem's population was 25,266 people and falling. Now, I would make a joke about its small size, but the wonderful town that I grew up in is even smaller than that. So, yeah. Now, another prophecy about the Messiah is that he would never break a bone. You can find this prophecy in Psalm 34:20.
The psalmist who wrote.
Psalm 34:20, and it's alluded to in Exodus 12 and Numbers 9. The fulfillment of this prophecy in Jesus' life was very interesting and completely out of his control from a human standpoint. Sure, in your life you can be really careful and never break a bone. But how do you control it when someone is sent to break your legs and you are physically incapable of defending yourself? You see, Jesus actually died pretty quickly on the cross, probably due to an extensive beating that he received immediately before his execution. And this is important. See, Jesus and the two other men hanging on the crosses, they were crucified on a Friday. According to Jewish regulations, bodies could not be prepared after death on the Sabbath, which is what we call Saturday, but for Jewish people it actually starts on Friday night at sundown. So the authorities needed these men to die fast. As sundown approached, the Romans sped up the dying process on the other two men by breaking their legs. When they came to Jesus, they saw that he had already died, so no need to break his legs. Pretty incredible, right? But there's more than just looking at prophecies in isolation. Sure, the Bethlehem prophecy limits the Messiah to only those born in Bethlehem. And yes, the broken bones prophecy limits the Messiah to only those who have never broken bones. But prophecies are more powerful when you see them as a whole. The Messiah isn't simply someone born in Bethlehem or someone who's never broken any bones. It's and. The Messiah is someone who was born in Bethlehem and has never broken a bone. The and is powerful. Now here's a great way to visualize it. You know what? I'll be right back. Hold on. This is the game Guess Who? You've played it, right? I know you have. Now, most of you have probably played it and you loved it.
You guess who? That's the Bishop from the red hair. Nope, I'm history.
But in case you haven't, here's the gist. There are 24 pictures of people that flip up and down. Both you and your opponent select a person, and you ask questions to winnow down the people until you are certain who your opponent has selected. Now let's try it. Is your person a man or a woman? Man. That eliminates half of the people. Is he wearing a hat? Yes. That eliminates 75% of what we had left. Does he have facial hair? Yes. That just eliminates 2 and leaves David. This is how prophecy works. Each prophecy eliminates more and more potential messiahs. Statistical research has been done, and I'll spare you the pages and pages of details. But the chances of one man fulfilling just 8 messianic prophecies, that's like asking 8 guess who questions and eliminating people as we go. That gives you a 1 in a quadrillion, 17 zeros chance of being the Messiah. If we include 48 prophecies about the Messiah, fulfilling them in one man is more than a 1 in a quinquagillion. No, I didn't make that number up. That means 157 zeros.
Whoa, yeah!
For more on this, check out the book, The New Evidence That Demands a Verdict by Josh McDowell. What does all this mean? It means that you and I can trust that Jesus is the Messiah. It is a statistical certainty. Only God could have caused all these things to happen in the life of just one person. Jesus is the Messiah. And if he's the Messiah, backed by statistics, we should take what he says very seriously. Going a step further, we can take past fulfilled prophecies as evidence that God will fulfill all the prophecies that haven't yet been fulfilled. Because God is in control, God's prophecies are also promises. God has an impeccable track record of keeping those promises. I love what Paul wrote in Romans 15:4. Such things were written in the scriptures long ago to teach us. And the scriptures give us hope and encouragement as we wait patiently for God's promises to be fulfilled. Because we have seen God work in the past, we can trust God with our future. Hey, I hope you were encouraged by this video. If you were, would you please consider sharing it? And be sure to subscribe so that you can catch the next one when it drops on Thursday. It's going to be a pretty good one, so seriously, you want to make sure that you're subscribed. I'll see you next time. Grace and peace.